Hey, it's Chris on my channel, and back on my back after a couple of months here. I have not been making the last video here because I was a little too busy at that point. And today, I'm taking a little break from this video here on my channel here. So I was trying to, yeah, it's starting to get a little bit things slow. It's been a slow year for that one, but I hope everything is going to be special for Halloween. But this time, I'm going to be doing my own collection of videos that I'm going to share with you today. So this time, in the past we've covered Disney VHS tapes from the other releases, the DVD collections. We've done a lot of those stuff in the past. So there is one thing missing after probably have not been done before. So as you can tell, here's my story. I was a horse freak. You know, I love horses. I always enjoyed watching westerns, and I watched a little bit of John Wayne movies. Yeah, a lot of westerns, some classic westerns that have horses in it. Yeah, I love going horseback riding. Yeah, I always been going horseback riding ever since. But let me tell you something when I first started involved in this stuff. But let's go way back to the past. As a kid, back when I was like 8 or 9 years old, probably like 7 or 8 years old at the time, it was on television at that one point, back in like 8 or 9 years old. I was, went to that television set and I started watching every morning. There was a show that I know I actually grew up watching as a kid, and I was becoming more of like one of the more big fans of the show, but I was not, because I'm a Looney Tunes fan at the time, but I love Looney Tunes that much. But there was one thing I like about it. It's none other than My Little Pony. Yes, I love ponies, I love horses, and this is why I got hooked me up to the cartoon. I used to watch Generation 1 of MLP when I was like getting like 9 years old, 10 years old. It was on television every morning. I used to watch it, and it was a fun show, but it's kind of like an experience to watch. It's some memories to watch the show. It was from the same people that brought G.I. Joe and Transformers, Hasbro. Yeah, the one with the Hasbro logo on it. So I'll give you a little backstory behind the Hasbro, but so I just wanted to tell you all about that company, the name under the name Hasbro. There it is. There's your logo right there. There's Hasbro. It's one of the big. It's become one of the most iconic toy companies out in the world. That sold Mattel and the other toy makers. You know, Mattel is the second most popular toy maker in the world, but Hasbro is one of the most popular companies of all time. Beginning in the 1920s as the Hassenfeld brothers. It gives you a little history lesson here. I'll just give you a little brief history though, but it was founded in 1923 by the Hassenfeld brothers. They produced making fabrics and everything. And then in the 30s and 40s, I don't know. I don't have any history lesson on it. If you want to learn about the history of Hasbro, yeah, you should check out his video. There's also in the 60s they launched one of the very first franchises that came out was G.I. Joe, debuted in 1964, and ran into the 70s, and then they just got out and then killed the franchise in the 70s. And then they brought it back in the 80s and kind of like they revamped the line of action figures and stuff. And then in the 80s, G.I. Joe was revived. They helped launch the other franchises, including the Transformers and, of course, My Little Pony from a different generation. You know, one of the first stuff we featured in this channel is, and to give you a little brief history lesson about the very first toy before My Little Pony, it was this. So, just before we start to go any further in this, before My Little Pony, it was this. I'll show you what it is. This is from 1981. It's called My Pretty Pony. This was the predecessor to My Little Pony, and it was put out by a company called Romper Room, which is actually Hasbro's division, Romper Room. It was from 1981. And I don't have owned this toy because I'm too old for this at the time. I was a kid and I did not get anything. It's just a girl's toy, but yeah, this is why I love horses a lot. A lovable pony with a long and beautiful mane and tall and brushed comb and tied with ribbon. Well, it's more just like Tony Orlando says, tie yellow ribbon on the tie yellow ribbon. She if you can't see it, it says she can. Oh, it says she casts, wiggle her ears, squished her tail, and even gives you a wink. It's made of hard plastic, and yeah, it's like it comes with a brushable comb. It comes with a brushable comb, and of course, it's made of hard plastic. Yeah, it's made of hard plastic, and it's like you had to use those little levers that make you wink and makes you wiggles your tail and the whole thing. Well, this has been a collector's piece in 1981. And yeah, Romper Room was still on Channel 9. You know, WOR-TV ran Romper Room at the time. They used to advertise this thing in 1981, and when Romper Room was still a kids show at the time, it was because of the deal with Hasbro decided to continue airing the Romper Room series, and right up until the mid-80s. And of course, 2 years later in 1983, they launched a new toy. We call it as it's 1983. And yep, that's flashback 2 years later in 1983. We started off, Hasbro began launching a new toy in this franchise that kicked off the entire franchise of what we called as My Little Pony. And here it is. This is the very first My Little Pony, as we know, as still it is to this day, and this is the original, and this is from 1983, and this is what this looks like, and this is when it first came out. It comes with a brush and a little thing. It's geared towards girls and females. It's geared towards females. It was very popular at the time, and it comes with many different characters and ponies and the whole thing. It comes with many different types and everything you can tell. It's right over there. It's right in your alley. And it's eBay. Get out of here. And here it is. These are the first of 6 My Little Pony toy featured in 1983 in its original lineup of My Little Pony toys, when it first introduced in 1983. And of course, there was television specials. Well, we'll have to get to that as we get to this thing in just a moment here. So, following the success of the toy franchise, in '84, a company known as Cluster Television and as well as Sunbow Marvel Productions launched their 2 animated TV series. First was G.I. Joe, then it was the Transformers Generation 1, and of course, there was a television special. There was one a lot of you people are familiar with is the name My Little Pony. And when it came out on home video, that same year, it was released on home video. So, and then it started to get popular as time goes on. And this was what we call the beginning of Generation 1, or G1, whatever you call it. So, that's it. So, without further ado, I'm not going to show you the cover of... I'm not going to cover all of the tapes that we featured on my channel. I'm going to give you a very special guest that we introduced to to this channel. So you've seen My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and it ran from 2010 to 2019, and it was made. The voice added it. It was featured as Uberduck, and 15.ai just started to come in with lots of new text-to-speech voices. That includes a lot of celebrity voices, celebrities and cartoon characters are in there. And of course, it's got all the characters from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Generation 4. and we're going to be introduced to what we hear today. And we're going to start off with something new today for this channel. I like to meet 3 of the 6 people who is coming in to our home here on this channel. We're going to introduce our very special guest. We're calling it. We have 6 of the ponies just came by to introduce to our special guest. It's going to be Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash. And without further ado, let's be introduced to our 6 people, the characters, and then we're going to say welcome to none other than Twilight Sparkle.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
Oh, Twilight Sparkle, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And these are the main 6 who are coming to your room to introduce to us. Meet Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Applejack.
Oh, yeah. Look how wow. Wow, that's a lot of ponies. All 5 of you are just inviting me to my room. Oh, are you going to be taking over to do my My Little Pony Generation 1 VHS collection?
Yes, I will be covering your My Little Pony Generation 1 home video collection from now on. I hope you should take over for you.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Are there any questions? Are you going to be ready to take over me as our guided host to do my My Little Pony VHS collection?
Thank you very much, Chris. Good luck. Hello.
Oh, that's sweet. And one more thing, before I go, you're going to be showing me my. I'm going to show you this VHS collection. Anyone, if you have any questions, suggest me. Please let me know. If you want it, I have to give. I'm going to be I'm going to go out for errands for me. I'm going to go out for dinner, and we'll have to come back and let me finish doing my video. And I hope you will enjoy that. And all I can say is good luck. So I just want to say that in the words of Airplane.
I just want to tell you both, good luck. We're all counting on you. Airplane? 1980 comedy? It's a classic. Rent it.
Hey, every pony. I'm Twilight Sparkle, and Chris is out for a while. And that means it's time for something really special. You've seen Chris's video over the last decade that he showed his Disney VHS collection, DVDs, vinyl collections, and thingamajigs. And now we're going to present to you Chris's My Little Pony VHS collection. That's right. Here is the entire video cassette collection. These are all Generation 1. We're going to cover these in order. And before we get into that, we're going to introduce 5 other ponies of the main 6. Let's say hello to Pinkie Pie. Hello there. Glad to see you. I'm here with all of the ponies. And this is Applejack.
Hi there, Sugar Q. I'm here with the rest of us to show the video collection that one of us will be covering. And this Fluttershy.
Hello there. Same to you. I'm Rainbow Dash. And this is Rarity. Hello, darling. I'm here too. It's great to have them with me and the rest of us. These are all of the ponies that we are introduced for this video. Anyways, let's get right into it. But first, Applejack, we're going to start off with the first 2 home video releases. Take it away.
Let's start off this journey with the home video release that started it all. This is the original VHS release of just one suit, My Little Pony from 1984. This was the one that started the franchise, and it was the very first home video release, which was distributed by a company called Children's Video Library, a subsidiary of Vestron Video. In the back it says, they're here on home video. Your favorite My Little Ponies in a brand new animated adventure. This special star on the voices of Sandy Duncan and Tony Randall. The guy who played Felix Under on The Odd Couple also did the voice of Mochik. And this was the first time that I did the character on the very first TV special as the leading role. This was my first memory playing yours truly.
Wow! Applejack, when did you start playing a character?
I was the first pony to be playing me on my TV special, and that was from about 1984. The other ponies were Firefly, Medley, Ember Bubbles, Bowdeye, Moon Dancer, Glory Cotton Candy, Twilight, and Mysterious White Pony.
Applejack, I wasn't been part of this special until Generation 4 since I played the lead role, and you were the first pony to be on that special.
You got that right, and Rainbow Dash? Who was the main villain in this special?
It's gotta be Tyrek. He was the main villain of the TV special. And then he came back in Generation 4. That's right, Tyrek was the main villain in both the original TV special and Generation 4. And what is the home ensemble character in the special? It was Megan. She was the main protagonist of the special. She was only in Generation 1 and then made her appearance in Equestria Girls.
Exactly.
Applejack, you forgot to show you the tape itself.
All right. Let's sure show you the tape itself.
That's a sticker label with the Children's Video Library logo in there. And it's got the Children's Video Library logo embossed on the left with my bones on it. That's right, Pinkie Pie. Did you check the print date? Yes, and I forgot to show you that it also has a template, and the print date is October 20th, 1984.
Thanks, darling. Did he check what's on the tape? Yes, he did. He did check the opening on this tape. It is the warning screen on by the Children's Video Library logo. You know, the one with the balloons that Pinkie Pie has in her cutie mark. And the start of the program, he also checked the closing that it has the Little Prince trailer. And finally, the Children's Video Library logo at the end.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
And by the way, this was later riddled as My Little Pony Rescue from Midnight Castle.
That's right, but the tagline that says everyone's favorite toy is on the banner. He doesn't have any toes. He has video cassettes.
Of course. Can he move on to the next one?
Sure.
This next one is another home video release of My Little Pony Escape from Cadrena, first shown in 1985, and released on home video in 1986. Did you check the recommendation on this tape? Fluttershy, it says recommended for ages 3 and up.
Even the older generation of fans who are now adults love this, especially if you were bronies back in 1985 as well as the first one from 1984. And bronies doesn't exist.
That's right, bronies doesn't even exist in 1984 and 1985. There was no internet, no BronyCon, no Phantoms. Nothing. This was another special made for the whole family, especially boys and girls.
Even at the bottom that says winner of the Philadelphia Report Award of Excellence.
That's right! This was the second home video release distributed by Children's Video Library.
It says on the back, take off to find an adventure with your favorite little ponies. The characters are Sundance, Pose, Sky, Dancer, Baby Moon Dancer, and of course, the first appearance of the Bush Woolies in Spike. And I forgot to tell you that Spike made his debut in 1984, which was the main character of the series. He was in Generation 1, and in Generation 4, he made his first appearance in My Little Pony, which was later became Rescue from Midnight Castle.
And of course, Catherine was the main villain of the special, and Megan was also the protagonist of the special.
This is the tape itself. It has the sticker label with the Children's Video Library logo on it. And guess what? No print date will get caught on this tape.
And this one is the Children's Video Library logo embossed on the left.
That's right. This contains the opening, including the warning screen, the Children's Video Library logo, and the start of the program since he did check it. He also checked the closing where it has the Children's Video Library logo with the address screen, and that's it.
This was the second and last of the My Little Pony Generation 1 home video releases by Children's Video Library. And by the way, the 2 My Little Pony TV specials were considered as pilots for the series. And now every pony. It's time for the next one.
And just to remind you that this second special doesn't have me on it. Only for my first TV special, let's do this. Now we've done with the Children's Video Library releases. We're moving into the next one. This next home video means no introduction. This is the original 1986 home video release of My Little Pony the movie. That's right. My Little Pony the movie was first released in theaters on June 6, 1986, and it was a huge flop.
And to quote from Jackie Gleason, this was the biggest bomb ever put out in an animated movie. That's right, Pinkie Pie. My Little Pony, the movie, was the biggest bomb. This was followed by another animated film called Transformers the Movie, which came out 2 months later, and it was also the biggest bomb.
Yep. Transformers the movie was the biggest bomb in this movie, and it was the movie that killed Optimus Prime. That was sad.
Too, darling. 1986 was a good year for animated films. This one, along with Care Bear's movie 2, Transformers the Movie, did badly. Along with The Great Mouse Detective and An American Tailor good films, as well as the re-release of Disney's animated film Lottie and the Trap. To get to the subject of My Little Pony the movie, we went to New York City back in 1986 when this movie came out. We went to a movie theater called Lowe's Metropolitan, which was on Fulton Street in downtown Brooklyn, where we all went to see the original My Little Pony the movie, and we loved it.
Yes, we did. We saw it once or maybe twice, just 3 times the fun.
And as for this movie, it had bad reviews, and it became the worst movie of the franchise. After the movie's biggest bomb, it was released on home video by late fall or on the holiday season of 1986. It sold very well where kids and family got this video cassette as a Christmas gift and became a decent seller during the holidays. And this is what he got it right here.
And this home video release was made by a company called Vestron Video.
That's right. Benny Bull from Oddity Archive did a video about the history of Vestron video in Volume 2 of Called Home Video Distributors. You should check him out. You're gonna love it.
And did you know that Vestron video also made?
Vestron Video made Blue Diner, Chopping Mall, the Wuckwork movies, The Gate, Slaughter High, Gothic, Class of 1999, Troll 2, Little Monsters, Steel Dawn, Wrath, Shivers, Dagon, Return of the Living Dead 3, and of course, a classic movie, Dirty Dancing.
Sugar Cube, I love Dirty Dancing, and this is still my favorite movie with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. Granny Smith and Big Macintosh along with Apple Bloom absolutely loved it.
This is the back of the movie, and it has 2 film critics. And according to the Daily News, entertaining. The little ones will like it fine. And Rarity says, charmingly made, she captivates youngsters. Intelligent script, please attuned and imaginative animation. You should blame these film critics for this, because this movie sucked. That's right. My Little Pony, the movie sucked since it came out back in 1986. In addition to this god-awful piece of trash, it has an A-list of celebrities doing their voices. We've got Danny DeVito as Grundle King, Lee Perlman as Rika, Corey Leachman as Heidi, and Tony Randall from The Odd Couple as Moochick, and Nancy Cartwright as Spike, which would later become the voice of Bart Simpson. The rest of the characters are Wine Whistle, Sweet Stuff, Morning Glory, Baby Lofty, Baby Sundance, Fizzy, Magic Star, Gusty, and Baby Lickety Split. That's right, Rarity! Baby Lickety Split was in the movie!
And the rest of them include Megan along with 2 new protagonists, including Danny and Molly. And the main plot of the movie is where the new villains from the volcano of Goom was about to destroy Ponyland with a giant cloud monster called the Smooth.
That's right! The most interesting part of the movie was the song called Nothing Can Stop Us Moves, which was a catchy song. And then there was another song called I'll Go It Alone, and it was annoying. And I had the final notes at the end of the song, and it made us cringe. Yes, it is. And we all hated the song. And then there was the Flutter Ponies, where they are going to destroy the Smooths with their magic wind power to stop them, and Ponyland was saved. And then Megan, Danny, and Molly says goodbye and flew back home when the movie ends. What do we do in this miserable train wreck?
You got that right, Sugar Cube. Anyways, here is the tape itself. It is a sticker label, and once again, no print date. He did hit the opening that this has the warning. The Vestron Video B-Ball logo from 1986, the Sumbo Marvel logo in the start of the film. There is no DG logo at the beginning. That said, he did check the closing that it has the same Vestron Video B-Ball logo as it was before. That was it.
Thanks, Applejack. My Little Pony, the movie 1986, was playing that. Screw the writing who worked on this movie. And screw the animation department at 2 Animation for putting a last-ditch effort to put out a really bad movie. And screw the voice acting who made the movie terrible. By the way, we made this reboot back in 2017 and it was excellent and it was way better than the scandalous 1986 movie. Yes, we did, Pinkie Pie. We made this movie back in 2017 and it was a much better movie and a better improvement than this original. And we were in the movie. And it has a completely different plot, storyline, and the rest. If you want to see the reboot of My Little Pony, the movie from 2017, go check it out. Now it's time to move on.
This next one in the My Little Pony Generation 1 VHS collection is a series of video cassette tapes. This is the 8-volume collection featuring episodes from the TV series My Little Pony and Friends. These were put out by a company called Golden Book Video.
That's right, Applejack. Golden Book Video ran from 1985 through 1996. To give you a bit of history, Golden Book Video put out a series of video releases with stories which were based off a Little Golden Book series, including Scruffy the Tugboat, Pokey Little Puppy, Sacky Bag Elephant, the Richard Scary stories, and a lot more. And they were called motion comics with illustrations from a book in an interactive environment. In addition, they put out the He-Man, Sesame Street, Care Bears, and Pet Puppy stories as well. And of course, there was also a web series on YouTube where they put out called Golden Book Video Killers, a series where it features a collection of titles made by Golden Book Video where they made riffs and they were so funny. It was a takeoff of Mystery Science Theater 3000. The host for the series was Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes and Grumpy from Snow White, where they introduced every Golden Book Video channel and right in between segments. And they were all using plushies for the series. The entire series was made by Tom Blappy.
I watched the Golden Book Video series on Tom Blappy's YouTube channel, and they were so funny. I was in the special episode where they did My Little Pony Generation 1 with Grumpy and Daffy Duck in plushie form. And every episode ends with some jokes from Daffy where it doesn't have the space logo at the end and the white screen of deep gaps.
That's right, Rainbow Dash. If you want to see the full series of Golden Book Video Killers, go watch it on Tom Blappy's YouTube channel. Anyways, here are the 7 video cassettes that he has in his collection. There are 7 out of 8 cassettes. And the other one he doesn't have is Volume 7 with an episode called Bright Lights. So without further ado, let's take a look at Volume 1.
Balloon 1 starts off with 2 episodes, The Golden Horseshoes and The Prince and the Ponies. And I forgot to tell you that Golden Book video ran the My Little Pony series on home video from 1988 until 1989. And My Little Pony and Friends from 1986 until 1987 in syndication, and the Golden Book Video Edition was released in 1988. This is the back that gives you the full description of the episodes. It's got the Golden Book Video name, and of course it has Western Publishing Company on there. Western Publishing is now Penguin Random House.
The Golden Horseshoes was the last episode with Megan as the main protagonist of the entire series, and also the last episode with Mochik along with when Whistler and Nordster, where four of them are gone from the show. And The Prince and the Ponies was the final episode of the series, and it marked the end of an era for the show. The My Little Pony Generation 1 has finally come to an end. Let's take a look at the tape itself. It has the yellow sticker label and the end label, and there is no print date or code on there. Later in the video, we're going to talk about the canon and listen to the rest of the My Little Pony videotapes. Let's take a look at Volume 2. Volume 2 contains another 2 episodes, Flight to Cloud Castle and Pony Puppy. This was another Golden Book video release from the My Little Pony Generation 1 series.
The back also has the descriptions to the 2 episodes. Flight to Cloud Castle was a watchable episode, but it was the only episode that introduced to the known characters for only one show. And Pony Puppy was another watchable episode where the ponies met down to the puppy, and it was a big dog and getting along with the ponies until the other puppies took down at home and never come back again. And Megan wasn't in the episode. She was in the ranch hanging out with the guys. And Megan never show up there. Same as with Flight to Cloud Castle, where Megan never shows up.
Here is the videotape itself. It has another yellow sticker label, the end label, and like Volume 1. No print date or your code on there. Let's get into Volume 3 and see where he will pick up. Volume 3 contains the next 2 episodes, Fugitive Flowers and Little Piece of Magic. If you have seen the special Golden Book Video Killers episode where Daffy Duck and Grumpy ripped 2 of the episodes in there, and it was the only episode in the Golden Book Video Killer series, Tom Blappy has posted onto Dailymotion, not YouTube. A link to a Dailymotion video is in the description below. The back also has the description for the 2 episodes. Fugitive Flowers was the episode that featured Peter Cullen, the guy who did Optimus Prime in the Transformers Generation 1, and the villains were the big crabs that destroys Ponyland. And A Little Piece of Magic was a really strange episode, and it was kind of weird. The characters are Ribbon and Button. Fugitive Flowers was a great episode to refound, and Little Piece of Magic was also watchable.
Here is actual tape itself. It is a purple sticker label and the end label, and there's no print date or your code on there. And now, let's get right into Volume 4 and let's have some more.
Volume 4 contains 2 more episodes, The Revolt of Paradise Estate and Sweet Stuff and the Treasure Hunt. Revolt of Paradise Estate was a watchable episode, but it was another weird one, and Sweet Stuff and the Treasure Hunt was not a bad episode overall. Both of these episodes are weird. This is the back. It has descriptions for the 2 episodes. Nothing else to say about it here. So let's take a look at the actual tape itself. Another purple sticker label, the end label, and again, no print date or your code on there.
And now the next one is going to be Volume 4, and it is going to get even worse. Check this out. Here it is. Volume 4 contains the episode The Glass Princess. This was considered to be the worst episode of the series. The plot wasn't even that good. The writing was bad. The animation was terrible. And overall, the rest of the episode was godful.
That's right, Applejack. The Glass Princess was a bad episode. It has the Raptorines who look like Dr. Seuss characters in Porous, and it was the main villain of the entire episode when it totally let down. You got that right, Pinkie Pie. This entire episode doesn't make sense. And the question remains, why did Golden Book Video put on a terrible episode in Volume 4? This episode sucks. The writing was stupid, the characters are terrible, and the Quakers are downright boring. You should blame Golden Book Video for put this episode for its release. This was a bad one. I don't recommend to anyone that watches The Glass Princess. It's for garbage. It should belong into the dumpster fire. This is the back of the tape with the description, and I don't have any word to say about that. Screw this episode. This is the actual tape itself. It has a white sticker label, the end label, and still no print date or your code on there. Enough said. The Glass Princess sucks and we don't want to watch it again. And all of the worst things that could happen. This is the worst possible thing. The Glass Princess is the worst episode than the original My Little Pony the movie. Avoid this episode and don't watch it again. Next.
And I forgot to mention it's Volume 5, not Volume 4, sorry. Golden Book Video forgot to put the volume number on these tapes. It can go through the catalog number instead of volumes. Let's drop it and move over to Volume 6, shall we?
Volume 6 contains 2 more episodes. Mish Mashmally and Baby It's Cold Inside, not to be confused with the holiday song. Mish Mashmally was not a bad episode, but it's a must-watch. And Baby It's Cold Outside was a good episode, but with the winter theme to it. But a good episode and it had some sort of message on the climate change. The back has the description descriptions on the 2 episodes, but nothing else to say about there except the second episode where Ponyland got snowed in during the summer and winter blizzard in the summertime is weird, and it just kind of predict the climate change like nuclear winter or something.
The second episode was about 20% cooler, but let's take a look at the actual tape itself. It has a white sticker label, and no printed or code up there. And there you go. That was volume 6. He skips volume 7 that he doesn't have his bright lights. But this last volume in the series is something that's really good. Here it is.
Volume 8 concludes with only one episode called The Quest of the Princess Ponies. It was a great episode, and it's a must-see. It was the only episode to feature the princess ponies. Great story, great writing, and mainly over-the-top, making it the must-see episode in the series.
The back has the description, nothing else to say about it. But take a look at the actual tape itself. Once again, sticker label, no print date or your code on there, and that's it. We just covered the actual volumes of the Golden Book video My Little Pony Generation 1 series. And to sum things up, we covered all 7 Golden Book Factor releases of My Little Pony Generation 1. He did check the openings at every single My Little Pony Generation 1 video cassette has the warning screen, the Golden Book video logo, and the start of the program, and then he checked the closing to all of the volumes that it has the copyright notice. It ends with the still Golden Book video logo. I'm Blappy if you are watching. He checked the closings on all 7 or 8 volumes of the My Little Pony VHS tapes. Doesn't have the space logo. Sorry, Tom Blappy. It didn't seem to happen when he came across his My Little Pony tapes.
Volumes 1 and 8 has the white screen of Death with red bars. And then Volume 2, 3, and 4 also has the white screen of Death and moaning sound. Volume 6 also has the white screen of Death. And Volume 5 doesn't have the white screen of Death at all. That is all he has checked on the closings. And there you have it.
We covered all of the Golden Book video releases of My Little Pony Generation 1 on video, and now we're going to end this with one more VHS tape to the collection.
And let's wrap things up with a Rhino Home video release of My Little Pony: The End of Fluttershy. This was released in 2006 by Rhino Home Video, and it was one of the very last home video release on VHS, because VHS was on its way out, and DVD took over.
That's right, Sugar Cube. 2006 was the year that VHS was officially done after nearly close to 30 years since it first began in 1977 with Magnetic Video Corporation, one of the very first home video distributors ever. And then DVD took over the realm as the main format than VHS, which was known for its nostalgia mellow, and this was also the final My Little Pony Generation 1 VHS ever made.
The End of Fluttershy was the first episode of the series, and it was the only episode to have 10 parts. This was originally intended as a follow-up sequel to My Little Pony the movie.
This all reminds me of the movie series of the 1930s and 1940s, when it was released on home video. It comes in 10 parts into a full 90-minute movie. The End of Fluttershy features the return of the witches from the volcano bloom from the last movie, along with the Flutter Ponies, where they made its return as well. The actual film was not that great. This is the worst movie since My Little Pony the movie and an episode The Glass Princess.
Yes, it is Rainbow Dash. The End of Fluttershy was a bad movie than the first. Here is the back of this tape. It shows his parts into 10 sections. This doesn't resemble the original movie, but a clumsy one. Screw this one. Let's see the actual tape itself. It has a sticker label. And once again, there is no printed or your code on there.
He did check the opening at it. It's the Rhino Special Products logo. A friendly reminder from the FBI screen in the start of the film. He did check the closing that there is nothing at the end. Just a blank screen, and that's it. I got nothing else to say about it.
My Little Pony: The End of Fluttershy is a really bad movie. It was initially a 10-part episode into a 90-minute movie, and it was a waste of time. This makes My Little Pony the movie and The Glass Princess a triple-barrel shotgun. As Brooke would say in a rant that she made on T-Part, if you don't like it, don't watch it. This was the first episode of the series, and it was a 10-part episode made into a movie. Disappointed and don't bother to watch it again. Get it? I guess so, Pinkie Pie. And anyways, that's it. And there you have it, the entire My Little Pony Generation 1 VHS collection. We've covered all of these releases from distributors, companies, and others. If you are a fan of My Little Pony of the 1980s, go for it. And what do you think about this collection? Do you have a My Little Pony VHS tape in your collection? Just leave it in the comments below.
And also, what are your favorite memories about Generation 1 My Little Pony? You can also put it in the comments as well. And that wraps up this home video collection. I hope you all enjoyed as much as you do. I wanted to thank you all for being with our guest to his channel.
You can also like and subscribe to this channel for new videos. And I hope you all enjoyed this video well. It's time for us to go. It's been a pleasure, and I hope we will all be back here someday. This is Twilight Sparkle, along with Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, saying goodbye every pony. Goodbye every pony! See you again! Goodbye for now. I hope you'll be back. Goodbye, every pony. See you around. Goodbye, darling. See you later.
Y'all come back now here.